Aloha, my friends and familia, and happy new moon. One of the most powerful new moons of the entire year, as both the sun, which represents our soul presence, our soul purpose, and the moon, which represents our emotion and our intuition, have come together today in the astrological sign of Gemini, aligning with the fixed star, the brightest star in the entire night sky, Sirius. Sirius is an ancient star that many cultures have worshipped and adored for thousands of years. In fact, in ancient Egypt, the rising of Sirius and alignment with the sun, which is happening now, would coincide with the flooding of the Nile River every year, which would denote the return of life, the return of the crops, because with the waters came new life. And so this alignment today between the sun, our soul purpose, and the moon, our emotion, lines up perfectly to this idea of renewal, rebirth, wealth, abundance, and fertility. And it is in the sun and moon and Sirius are all in the constellational sign of Gemini. Gemini is the eternal student, the eternal learner, always learning and growing and gaining new talents and new abilities and new knowledge. Gemini is also the eternal truth seeker, the eternal sharer of information. And so when I tune into the energetic of Gemini and I tune into the energetic of the soul self, the sun, and the moon, our emotion coming together, I get the image of us tuning into our heartfelt, deepest purpose, who we are, our message, what it is that we have within us to share with this world. And I just want to give a big shout out to Michael Grady and everyone who was on the energy activation astrological new moon update that we just did. It was so powerful. It was so beautiful and profound. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. And I wanted to record this to go a little bit deeper into the astrology, into the lineup of the planets and the stars and how that may be affecting you all. Because when we line up with Sirius, when the sun lines up with Sirius, when the moon lines up with Sirius, we get access to one of the brightest bodies of light on the planet, in the universe, really. And so this light is asking us, what is your highest purpose? What is your highest gift? What are you here for? What is your vision at the new moon time? What is it you wish to create? And what's especially spectacular is when I tuned into the energy of Gemini, I get this message of communication. I get this message of learning. I get this message of expressing who we are and sharing who we are with the world. And so if you have a gift or a talent or an ability that lives and breathes within you, this may be a very powerful time to share your gifts out to the world and to set the intention, right? Because the new moon, the cycle of the moon is that of setting an intention and vision. And 2 weeks from now, and since this is such a powerful new moon time with such an amplification of light, a whole year out, what is your intention? What is it that you wish to create? Set that seed now, for as you set that seed, your vision will have a chance to be planted into the fertile soil of all of this light. And with all of that light, the immensity and beauty and power of your soul will get to shine through. We'll get to shower the world with the light and blessings that you are. And so this is a time to listen, to go within, to allow the light of the sun, the light of Sirius, the light of your soul essence to come through. And that's one reason it's so hot right now here in the Northern Hemisphere, is that Sirius is twice the size of the sun and 25 times more luminous. And it is located in Canis Major. So I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, the dog days of summer, which refers to the hottest point of the summer. It refers to the alignment of the sun with Sirius. And so that great heat you're feeling is actually the sun lining up with the moon and Sirius. So I want to show you the constellation, Familia, and happy new moon. There we go. Hi, everyone. Hi. So I want to go to Stellarium so that we can see this. And I see a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people commenting. Yes, this energy is so profound that you are going to be feeling it on such a deep level, which can mean that your outer world, your outer life, if you're trying to be busy or get things done on a material plane level, I would just like write yourself a note and say, in a couple days, I will attend to this. But right now, it's about me, it's about my vision, and it's about what I'm here to create. Because the light is literally the strongest light that it will be the entire year. We are literally in the peak light, and some people say that the solstice is that peak light. But I was listening to one of my favorite other 13 sign astrologers, Dr. Danny Inman, and she was saying that this is actually the ancient solstice. This is the actual real deal solstice right now. And if you go outside in the northern hemisphere, my goodness, it is hot. It is bright. It feels like full illumination. Okay. And so we're about to dive in. I want to show you the exact location of these planets in the sky, what sign they're in. I know a lot of people are saying they're in Cancer, the sign of Cancer, but that was true 2,000 years ago. And the signs that the constellations are in have changed now. And so because they have changed, they've moved backwards about 24 degrees. To stay current with the star location, we have to push it back. And so everything, sun, moon, and Sirius are all in Gemini right now. Okay, so let's show you. I'm going to show you Stellarium, which will show you the actual map of the sky. So we can go check out the planets and see where they're located. And so here we have the sun, which is a little darker, the moon, and Venus in Gemini, right? And you can see right down here is Sirius. And so today is the greatest alignment in the northern hemisphere between Sirius, the sun, and moon, and Venus. I want you to take note of this other constellation, Orion, right here, because this is going to be important in telling the story of Sirius and telling the story of why Sirius is such a powerful energy, and to relate the sun, moon, and Venus being in Gemini to the story of Sirius and Orion. It's going to be very powerful, and I'll tell you now that it relates to the coming together of the feminine and the masculine, to the divine union. One might call it twin flame energy or soulmate energy, or really the reunion of the parts of yourself. Because to be in a twin flame relationship or any type of soulmate relationship, the first relationship we have in order to actually be in that outer world relationship is with ourselves. And so many call Gemini, they call Gemini the twins. Let's see here. I think it's showing. I don't know if maybe, there we go. There's the sun. And we want the constellations. Okay. So a lot of people call Gemini the twins, and you can see that there's two people there. And so today we have the sun, which represents the divine masculine and the soul. And we have the moon, which represents divine feminine and emotion. We also have Venus, which is love. And Gemini is the twins. It's the energy of two energies coming together. Okay. And so if you are looking to manifest a true love relationship, this might be a really powerful time to set that seed, to set that intention. If you are looking to learn new information, study, pursue a new subject, this is a really good time for that. If you are interested in communicating and sharing your gifts with the world as a communicator, as a networker, as a marketer, this is a really beautiful time for you as well. Okay, and so now I want to get into the story of Sirius and why I get so excited about Sirius and the energy of this alignment and how powerful it is. Okay, and so here we are, Sirius in alignment to the sun. We were approaching it, now we're here. And this is the chart of the day today. And I want to show you this beautiful alignment between the sun, Sirius, and the moon. Okay, so here we have sun, moon, midpoint, sun, moon, Sirius, all in Gemini, as well as Venus in Gemini. And I did something really cool. So some of you know that I teach astrology. I'm an astrology teacher. I'm finishing up my 4th masterclass this Saturday. It'll be our final class. And I love teaching astrology. I love it. I think it's fascinating. I think it's powerful. And I think that it can assist people to get in touch with their soul, to reveal their soul gifts, to share the light and brightness of who they are, to reveal the truth of who they are. And so I love teaching this method to others who want to help others on that path. And so I just find it so powerful that the sun, moon, and Sirius are all in Gemini. And Gemini is the teacher. It's the student, it's learning. And so one of the things I decided to do was to look a little deeper at the degrees. And so sun, moon, midpoint, sun, moon, midpoint, sun, and Sirius are all 15 degrees of Gemini. And so I did something where you basically break down, do you see these little ticks on the circle? Those are called degrees. And so what you can do is you can look at the degrees of a sign. And based on the degrees, it will tell you what other planet it's associated with. And so Gemini, the first 8 degrees of Gemini are associated with Gemini. The next 8 degrees are associated with Libra, the second air sign. And the next round of 8 after the first 8 is associated with the third air sign, Aquarius. And so you can do this for every planet and every sign. It's a little complicated right now, so don't feel like you need to understand it. But what I was able to discern is that sun, moon, and Sirius are all in what is called the decant or sign of Libra. So what that means is that the energies of partnership, balance, harmony, and marriage are extremely highlighted right now. And because this is such a powerful time of the year, it means that this intention we set will be with us for the next year. Okay? And so whatever your vision for communication, for learning, for networking, for marketing, as well as your vision for relationship, teamwork, partnership, becoming a diplomat, becoming someone who assists others to create peace in their lives, are going to be accentuated. And if you're someone who's into the whole twin flame soulmate vibe or story, then this next year, starting from now, is a powerful time to set an intention for what it is you want to create in terms of a soul-led relationship. Okay. So interestingly enough, Sirius relates to the dog star, right? Sirius, the star, beautiful, bright, vibrant star, brightest star in the sky, 2 times as big as the sun, 25 times more luminous, relates to the story of Isis and Osiris. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It also relates to all kinds of other creation myths and stories. Oh, and there goes the sun from this spot, right? And so if you've never heard of the story of Isis and Osiris, it's pretty powerful. So today we have Sirius, which is related to the goddess Isis in Greek mythology, the moon, and the sun all lined up together. So emotion, soul-guided truth, illumination, soul purpose, coming together in the constellational sign of Gemini, which is communication, knowledge, teaching, expression, sharing your heartfelt vision and mission with the world. And so what is the story of Isis and Osiris? So right here we have an image of Isis and Osiris, who were considered to be the ancient creator gods of Egypt. And what's really cool is that Isis is associated with the fixed star Sirius, and Osiris is associated with the fixed star Orion. And as you can see, they're right next to each other in the sky. So they're kind of the preeminent twin flame soulmate star couple out there, okay? And their alignment to the pyramids is really, really profound. So here we have an image of Osiris lining up to the king's chamber of the ancient pyramids. And then we have Isis, Sirius, the star Sirius, lining up to the queen's chamber below it. And so these 2 planets represent ancient queendom and ancient kingdom. And so having those two stars line up with the sun and the moon today really speaks to this divine alignment of the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together with the sun, illuminating divine partnership, illuminating the possibility of soulmate love, illuminating relationship, partnership, working together. It's a time for us to come into union with our divine feminine receptive self and our masculine action-oriented self. It's a good time to set the vision. What would it be like if I was in attunement and alignment between my divine feminine and between my divine masculine selves? What would that look like? What would that feel like? Right? What would my life be like if I were in that sort of divine union within myself? What would happen? What would be created externally? Okay. Very, very powerful. So, soulmate love, twin flame love, divine union, coming together, sharing our gifts with the world, creating balance, creating harmony, aligning to the power of the stars. Okay. And so today is just simply profoundly powerful. And I wanted to close by sharing this image of the peace pipe and this beautiful, harmonious image of nature, of peace. And because I feel that the light and the illumination, the communication, the connection is guiding us towards peace and towards balance. I feel that the light is shining so bright to assist us into coming into harmony and coming into balance between the sides of ourselves, between us and that which is without. It is about the alignment, about the harmonious union between things that may seem opposite, man and woman, up, down, black, white. How can we find the unification? How can we find the peace? How can we find the love that exists within these to create the harmony and the love and the life that we desire? And it feels as though the entire universe is lining up to offer us a peek into what it feels like to come into harmonious union, to allow the bright light of the sun, the soul, the purpose, and the nurturing of the moon to align together, to come together at this time with Sirius, which is the greatest light, twice as big as the sun, 25 times more luminous. It is inviting you, it is asking you, it is shining the light upon you. And with this great light, there may also be shadows, right? Because the greatest light often creates shadow as well. And so my invitation and the opportunity I want to share with you is to allow yourself to illuminate all those shadows that are coming up, to allow the light of peace, allow the light of prosperity, of rebirth, of new beginnings to illuminate your path forwards, to uplift your soul, to allow all the beauty and light within you to blossom and to grow. You are a divine gift. You are pure source, love, and light. And at this time, you are being given an opportunity to feel your soul essence, to feel who you are. That light is shining so brightly. What visions come to you? What do you see? What do you sense? What do you feel? The new moon is the most powerful time to set these seeds and to set these intentions for yourself and for this earth and for this world. And we live at a pivotal time where every voice, every thought, every feeling, every intention has power. What will you do with your power? What will you do with your voice? What will you do with the force of your being of love? How can you both allow and receive and surrender and also act and take action and go forwards? So I send you immense love, immense light. Know that things are happening in perfect alignment with Source and with God. And if you're interested in learning through the stars sidereal astrology, or you would like to work one-on-one to dive deeper into your soul map and your soul purpose and why you're here. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Did you know that your astrological chart can reveal your destiny point? It can reveal your past life point. It can reveal past life karma. It can reveal your ancestry and your DNA issues that are there. And so I love working one-on-one with you all to clear the blocks to you stepping into your purpose. I had an amazing session today with a client, beautiful, divinely guided, in touch with her purpose, and yet blocked. Couldn't move forward, stuck. We did some testing energetically. We looked at her chart. Everything lined up with her taking action and being in her purpose and being this bright light and doing all the things she said she loves to do. Energetically, she had blocks in her ancestry. She had blocks in her DNA. We cleared them. And at the end of the call, she was feeling light and bright and clear. And so if that's something you would like support with, I'm here, happy to assist. And so I send you all so much love. Kristen, Debbie, so nice to bond with you here on this space. And I send you so much love, so much light from the earth. Go outside into nature right now. Listen to the earth. Listen to your heart. Allow it to guide you. And you will be so uplifted and so excited as you tap into the potential and the power that you be. And claim this moment, claim your destiny, align to your vision, align to your voice, and ask yourself, am I being guided to take outward action, or am I being guided to take inward action? Divine feminine, divine masculine. It's about the balance. It's about the harmony. It's about the union between the two. Please love, acknowledge, respect, and care for yourself right now. You are a gift. You are a blessing, and you are divinely loved. Biggest love to you, my friends, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Aloha.